Master! Shh. This must be the most crucial moment. Don't interrupt them. Don't be startled. What you're witnessing now on the counterfeit I created earlier. Otherwise, I would have at least presented myself more appropriately. Those lanterns, you... Indeed, I am the mere mortal you have in mind. Unfortunately, lantern no longer exists. Regardless of the intentions, this place is destined for nothing but failure, be it theirs or my own. If you want an answer. She shifted her gaze towards the scattered lanterns. I am, after all, a member of the lantern. I wouldn't mind being one of them. I thought you were here to stop all of this. As you said, we shouldn't expect to achieve everything in one single move. Because it's impossible to accomplish such a feat in a simple human. If you can disguise yourself as Scudder, then surely you can also fabricate the illusion of the organization being completely wiped out. And even if I might truly have completely subdued the 10 faces of misery. So, did you manage to do that? No. I failed, and it was a humiliating defeat. Unlike those who stand in the zenith and once manipulated history. Driven by a certain vanity, I often wonder, would everything be different if there exists a deity who never made mistakes? Do you want to become a god? Oh no, I'm not so conceited as to think that. I was just thinking about creating a god. Of course, I failed. But despite relatively insignificant compared to what I've seen before, the accomplishment of making Lantern deploy all its manpower is not empty talk. While the shadows no longer pose a threat, to avoid being left with no use, the organization must act, only to end up buried alongside their adversaries. Not exactly. Rather, I've inadvertently paved the way for an impending apocalypse in this world. And my only reward is the insignificant solace gained after enduring such failure. I have bestowed upon you a gift when you are not aware of it. Of course, here and now, you are not the only one who has received it. 7 individuals are involved. Over time, their exceptional abilities gained from the shadows will be further enhanced by this gift. The path they will take will lead them to become beings resembling gods among the mortals. It will also enable them to serve as the last resort for survival, akin to a lifeline when the apocalypse I have created arrives. I should have said we instead of they.
我们才更确切。你想多了。
You're thinking too much. I'm no different from those you just killed. I'm afraid it's not so. Just like the criminal eager for sacrifice, and like the union you've personally witnessed, with the world as its cage, you and I are both entwined in this plot. At least from my point of view, we've met before. It's just because of the flaws of yours I mentioned earlier, or perhaps a clumsiness I haven't brought up yet. Therefore, you must realize that the reason we're having this talk isn't because of your abilities. For example, while you're stronger in combat than your companion named Scudder, you are far inferior when it comes to dealing with the shadows. You're sticking your nose too far. Indeed, I customized that gift for you without your consent. With that gift, you'll be able to harness the 10 Faces of Mystery as your own power without constraints, in the way that suits you the best. I don't feel any changes. That's normal. I must admit, I haven't been able to fully comprehend the origin of this gift, so I could only create its counterfeits. But that's not a big deal, because even if I mention the name Astral Ring, you'll probably only grow more perplexed, wouldn't you? Upon hearing this term, this core member of the Lantern organization didn't show any special reaction. It was evident she didn't understand its meaning. But for the few outsiders currently concealed in the shadows, this was certainly enough to provoke astonishment. According to what he said, he made these astral ring imitations by himself. The world is full of wonders. It sounds like you guys have heard about that thing. More than just hearing about it. Never mind, it's rather hard to explain it properly in a short time. From the look of it, could this imitation be the reins to control the shadows? It's too soon to jump to conclusions. Perhaps after she demonstrates her ability as a shrew, we can... What is it? Come to think of it. In our previous encounters, she always managed to catch up with us, didn't she? That's right. So? Right now, she's definitely in the same space as us, isn't she? So, is it possible that she hasn't found us or another version of herself yet? Surely you don't mean to say... Maybe we've been seeing fragmented data of her, similar to the characters we once played. And the one standing over there is the real lantern. It's just a speculation, but perhaps she has set up a perfect trap from the moment she entered here. We're short on time. We need to disrupt her plan now, or this version of her will become as powerful as the one outside. This, all of a sudden... Something's not right. It seems like these monsters aren't coming for us. Did I miss something? I see. I feel sorry if that's the case. The means you've chosen will render this gift incapable of bringing you any benefits. Instead, it will be a lifelong burden. I prefer it this way. Don't you think it's too late to realize it now? As I suspected, you were looking for my weak point. But all you found was this. I'm not sure if you heard what Songzhe's master concluded earlier, I don't mind
我倒
repeating
是愿意
it.
将它再强调一遍。
For me at the time, the so-called astral ruin would only send waves of calamity born from the shadows to my side. There's no use for it. So getting the astral ruin in this illusion is meaningless for you. Exactly. It only helps my power in terms of honing my skills. So the unconventional power of Shu. Before this, you only fought us with your flesh and tool. You did acquire the ability of Shu, but its sole purpose is to constantly provide you with foes, allowing you to do something anytime, anywhere. By transforming into a walking disaster, you became a guardian constantly eliminating threats. So this is the secret to your strength, Lantern. Because you've dedicated 100 years to honing your battle skills. Well, come to think of it, I haven't told you the full story. One's reputation often depends on their adversaries, but I can't take the advantage of the situation now. Haven't you realized it yet? If you had followed your plan, you would have been completely engulfed by those shadows by now. What a pity that it's merely a memory, unable to recreate the entire scene of that moment. To me, your strength is no different from these constant threats. If you still intend to challenge me, then know this. A person's weakness can sometimes be their strength. Now that those monsters are already part of history, it's your turn to take place of those never-ending foes, for me to do something.
准备好上路。时机正好，打靶时间。不站那别动，吧嗒，爆！抗争接力，来吧！嘿呀，嘿，咻咻，被贯穿吗？火力出击，蓄能完毕。别客气，你后伸过来，无色烈。好嘞。逃不了他。别，走你！来吧，天上天下，只此一击。好了，画上完美的句号吧。
If you refuse to surrender, then be prepared.
请做好准备。
To join me in destruction and self-abandonment.
为什么数据之海里可以凭空出现人类，却没有听说凭空出现大象呢？是神明偏心吗？
Masquerade Corridor Admission Qualification Review 3. Time. Recorded by Ivy. Visitors' particulars. The girl was under the age 20. She held a cat in her arms. Her demeanor was far more mature and proper than her peers, indicating she was trained for this occasion. She carries a reference letter from her mother, the president of the Emerging Business Association. However, this letter was not received, so she waited 2 weeks before being screened. At her strong request, I forwarded the reference letter to Lady Thelema before the meeting. As expected, she only scanned the letter and threw it into the fireplace. Conversation transcription. Lady Thelema, good day. My name is Linana. The cat in her arms purred. Oh, please excuse me. This is Jenny. Jenny, say hello to Lady Selima. The cat ignored her. Nana and Jenny, good day to you all. By the way you dress, I assume you attend tea parties often. Yes, I often attend social events because of my mother's work. I hope I won't make a fool of myself in front of you. My family has dealings with the association and is aware of your social standing. I just didn't think the daughter of the association's president would be interested in the masquerade corridor. It's mostly my mother's idea. Shadows have been appearing more and more frequently in the outside world, so she wants me to go to a safe place. Do you realize what kind of place this is? I don't want to be perceived only as safe by my servants. Not just safety, shadows will disrupt social order. By then, Langqiu's economy will crash, and the association's wealth will be worthless. Lady Selima, I heard you can directly facilitate your family's business with your ability. I believe serving you is more promising than doing business. Is this really your thinking? The visitor fell silent. Jenny seemed to detect the change in the atmosphere and began meowing. The visitor stroked his back in an attempt to calm her. You are much cleverer more capable than your mother described in the letter. I can tell you have your own opinion on how the association should operate. Do you truly want to give up business and join us? Or is it because the association needs a tie? This is our common intention, Lady Selima. Sounds like you're the minority in the collective. The visitor fell silent again. Suddenly, Jenny broke free from her hug and jumped onto Lady Selima's table. Jenny! Jenny meowed. I'm so sorry, Lady Selima. She's a naughty girl. Come here, Jenny. At ease. She can stay here if she wants. You don't look too comfortable with her. Is this also your mother's idea? To make a good impression by bringing a cat? To be honest, you do meet most of my requirements on nobility. It's just that, according to my criteria, another friend here is more suitable to attend my banquet. Friend? Yes, I suppose you can learn a lot from her.
就在那里。还算有点意思，逃不掉的。就在那里。逃不掉的。就在那里，放肆！不着急，慢慢来。就当是兜兜风呢，逃不掉的。就在那里。逃不掉的。就在那里。不着急，慢慢来。就当是兜兜风呢。附我旁边，与我同欢。这 琴瑟我鸣。逃不掉的。就在那里。就在那里。就要知道的风吻。就在那里。机会难得，要是结束的太快就没意思了，对吧？我来考虑，倒计时，到此为止。好，画上完美的句号吧。站得太高了。到此为止。都赏给你的。就在那里。还算有点意思。逃不掉的。
Housing Pavilion. Selima has never been a matriarch who micromanages. In her words, the Nutrisco family owns businesses across Angqiu, and as soon as she raises a hand, countless servants would flock in to process the many accounts and taxes for her. Therefore, she had little to no impression on this library that sprung out one day. But now, she was standing in the night, gazing up at the silent and solemn establishment. There was no sign of human activity near it. The night wind whistled through the window panes, sobbing as it went. Those windows stared at her like hollow eyes. Click. Following her footsteps, the gate to the library opened. Selima stepped into the building. The entire library was unlit. Row upon row of bookshelves stood in silence, their shadows merging into a dormant behemoth that swallowed her slender shadow whole. It was gloomy, still, and bone-chilling. Like the legend said, it was the graveyard of books. From somewhere came ghostly murmurs. "Welcome, lady of the Nutrisco family." The voice was slow and almost inaudible, but possessed a strange magic that could awaken the most terrifying memories hidden in anyone's heart. Selima suddenly laughed. At this very moment, she realized she and the owner of this master were one of a kind. People always addressed them with superfluous names to mask their fear. The abnormal, the deviant, the manipulators, and the master of shadows. That was a thought-out welcome. However, I never saw you as prey, so you need not be hostile towards me. I only came to borrow a book. I already know, ma'am. The books here and the voice in your heart tell me that you need a book to win servants over. You are a rare guest at the library. I'm willing to grant your every wish. Win over was a phrase that irritated Thelema. She also understood simultaneously where the awful rumors surrounding the library came from. A wise person who could read minds was threatening, yes, but a child who could read minds and speak truthfully was far more so. Purity was dangerous, especially when a great power that accompanied it was not disguised. Thelema paid it no mind. A child could not harm her, and that was not her goal. She lifted her skirts and curtsied toward the darkness. Well then, here's to your generosity. Wait, ma'am. In return for the book, I hope you can promise me one thing. Can you come here again? Everyone who came to the library left in fear. You're a rare guest, the only one who's not afraid of me. I know lots and lots of knowledge and have learned wisdom from books around the world. I can help you. So could you come again to chat with me? It's a shame that what you have doesn't appeal to me at all. But in return for this book, I don't mind to give you some advice. Sometimes, fear is power. Use it well, and it will become your greatest weapon. Weapon? I don't understand. Please teach me. Uncontrolled wisdom and unconveyed truth are dangerous. People avoid you neither because you're intelligent nor foolish. Rather, it is because you cannot be controlled. And to them, being uncontrollable means danger. The girl gave a bright smile. So, just drew them. Drew? Is it a kind of giving? Dominate others and be worshipped by them. When your dangerousness turns into a weapon held against their necks, hatred and rejection will be converted into submission. They will bow down to you. Dominate. Will I make friends this way? I understand now. The lady from the Nutrisco family. You're an interesting child. I'm fond of you. Don't ever let me down, okay? Half a month later, Thelema received an invitation from an emerging organization called the Mutual Aid Society. Not bad. She smiled nonchalantly and slid it into a sack of invitations.